Hello and welcome to my stamp studio. How is everyone this evening? I hope you're excited about tonight's Christmas card class. This is an online class. It's a virtual class that you can watch for free. And with a $40 purchase in my online store, I will gift you the class kit for tonight. And if your order goes over $50, I include the embellishment. So I'm going to show you what all that looks like in just a moment so you can see what you'll get when you place that order. Now, I want to be very clear on something. I recently re-signed with Stampin' Up! And so I have a new website with a new demonstrator ID. So if you've ordered from me in the past, my Stampin' Up! Site is still the same, but my demonstrator ID changed. So you'll have to go and reselect me as your demonstrator again. I really appreciate if you would do this. This change was a very well thought out change that I made. I made it because I'm actually part of, you know what, I'm going to flip my camera around so you're not looking at that, so you can actually see me. Give me a moment to change this around here. All right, now you can see me talking. Okay, there we go. And yeah, I've kind of redesigned my room here, and that's part of my business change that I'm doing. So what I've done is, over the years, I have actually been reporting to Stampin' Up! Directly, and I have been part of a business training group. And I really felt the need to actually become a team member with this group that I've been training with. It is a fabulous group. I actually report to Rhonda Wade now, which is really super exciting. She's a fabulous person. I have learned so much from her in the last 2 years, and I hope to continue and grow and learn with her. So I do have some changes that will be coming, and they're all good changes. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I get to be part of a group that has 600 plus demonstrators. Woohoo! That rocks. I will have so many more creative ideas to share with you, and just classes and just all sorts of great things. I've made some really good connections with these groups. I'm hoping to bring a lot more content to you and a lot more coordinated and consistent content. So that is kind of my spiel. So again, tonight's class is free to watch. You're welcome to, take the cards, run with it, do what you ever want, copy it, share it, whatever you want. I'd love for you to share this with your family and friends. It helps my Facebook page as well as my YouTube channel. This class will be copied up to my YouTube channel. And I do have a host code this week that you will use from today through Monday night at midnight. When you place your online order of $40 or more, you're going to get this class kit. It'll have a different little sticker on it, but this is just one I happen to have. And I'm going to show you, you have everything you need to complete the 4 cards, except for the pieces that kind of coordinate with the stamp setter bundle that I use. You will need your stamps, your inks, your paper. A lot of the labels and things like that, I'll have die cut for you. I'll have embossed for you, and I will have it as part of your kit. So with each kit, you will see exactly what you're going to get. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy this class. This is a 5-week class series. Each week we'll have a new host code, and each week you have opportunity to get that class kit for free as my gift to you for placing your online order. And I'm just going to hop over here so I can see comments and stuff when you're joining. Hello, Amy. Welcome. Hello, Beth. It's nice to see you here. Yeah, I'm going to flip this back down to my desktop so you can see the host code and my link. And I do have actually a kind of a funny story to share with you too. So I'll start with my funny story while I'm flipping this around here. And sorry, I didn't warn you. Close your eyes. Okay, there we go. Oh, now I got my camera in the wrong spot. All right. Hopefully that's a little better. Sorry, didn't mean to make you seasick. So I have been preparing for my craft fair, as well as reorganizing and kind of restructuring my stamp room as part of my cleansing and my reestablishing my business. I decided that I wanted to make some treats. Now, you always know that I like to make treat holders, right? So I saw these at the dollar store. I'm like, oh my gosh, caramel moon pies, how awesome. And then I remembered how much I love caramel. I mean, I love caramel anything. Yeah, pretty much caramel anything I love. I just don't love marshmallow. And moon pies are marshmallow. I'm so disappointed. I don't even know that I can try it. No, normally I will try things and share that with you. I don't know if I can do it. Maybe I'll do it on a Hump Day Lunch Break Live next week. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, but again, this is week 2 of our Christmas card series. It's a live online class. We're going to have some fun tonight. I'm using the same sets that I did last week. Next week, I think I'm going to change it up. Originally, I thought I'd do it those same 4 bundles every week, but I've got so many to share with you. I'm going to be changing it up. All right, so tonight, our first card is going to be with our Humble Homes. Now, we've used that before. So we used that last week. So it's our Humble Home. Oh, I forgot the stamp set. Oh my goodness. I need to have that to do anything. It'd be pretty hard to stamp if I don't have that, right? So it's our Humble Home bundle. It comes with the stamp set and the punch. It is in our mini catalog. And I will post the ID for all the bundles that I use tonight. If you do purchase the $40 from my online store, not only do you get this little card kit here, but you will get a tutorial with all of the measurements, directions, everything that you need to complete your 4 cards. So I've got 4 cards in here. Okay, so you'll get all the supplies that you need. And later on, I will be posting and emailing out the list of supplies that I used in tonight's video. So if you're not on my email list, get on there, because then you'll have the whole list of everything that I've used. All right, so let's get started with this card. I'm just going to move some things out of my way here. And I already have my kit kind of out. I just need to get my scrub here in place. Rearrange my desk as well too. We're not going to be using the embossing part for that project. We'll be using it for the next project. All right, I've got my chamois here. If you're wondering how I have my chamois, I always have my chamois in just one of those clear stamp cases. I love to do this because this way, oh, what happened there? This way I can keep it and it'll keep moist and I can travel with it without getting it all wet, or, you know, when it dries out, it curls up. This way I can just keep it on hand. That is one of the things I'll probably be having at the craft fair next weekend. And I will be posting the craft fair, this link, I'm sorry, the craft fair flyer this weekend. And also this weekend, I'm going to be posting some of the pictures of things I'm going to have at the craft fair. Hello, Anne. Sorry, I had to get a sip of my beverage there. All right, so we're going to start with a piece of crumb cake, which is 8.5 by 5.5. I've already scored that, and I'm just going to grab my bone folder here and give it a good press. I have one piece of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the inside of my card. All right, then I have another piece of my basic white here. Now, this piece will be die cut and embossed, just like you see it. I use the Birch embossing folder. And, oh, it doesn't have a good, oh, here. So this is kind of what it looks like. So it's a big folder. So you can actually do two pieces at one time. I love that idea because that way I can quickly create more cards. So if you're looking for a good way to emboss and do things quickly, like for your Christmas cards, this is the way to go. So with the basic white, because it's thinner, you can actually do 4 at a time. Just saying. Time saver. Okay. Sheet here. All right. So what I'm going to do first is these 2 pieces are going to end up being layered on top of each other. I'm not going to do that yet because I do have some stamping and punching to do first. But what we'll do is we'll actually adhere this one right to the front. Now, when I came up and I reorganized, I don't think I brought my... I did not. I did not bring my seal back up here, so I just need to go grab one. I think I have a new one here somewhere. We'll just grab a new one out. Kind of nice that I can just go to my drawer over there and open it up and, okay, have a new one handy. Oh, now what I did that. Now, I'm not going to have embellishments, and there is one card with ribbon, so I will include the ribbon in that. I didn't happen to in that little box, but... So what I have here is a new seal. What I have here is, this is our wood grain specialty paper. There's 2 sheets of 12 by 12 that come in this package, and it's called the wood textured specialty paper. I really like this because you can actually do some really fun things with it. So while I was going to do white on white, I think what I'm going to do, and I did this last week too with my blending brush, I'm going to take a little bit of color here and just add it ever so lightly. We're going to use our Balmy Blue. All right, I'll just grab a scrap piece of paper I have here. Put this down underneath my work surface. Oh, don't throw that piece away. You need that. And there's also another piece of a 1-inch piece of white that we'll need. And where's my little scrap for my house? I guess I didn't have it in my pile. It is in your envelope. I must have dropped it on the floor. I had it a minute ago. All right. Well. All right, so we'll just cut off a chunk here. And all right. So first I'm going to take this, take my scrap piece of paper here, and, whoops, get some of my Balmy Blue. I'm going to take some of it off because I really just want it to be light. I'm going to kind of go over the whole thing because a lot of that's going to be kind of hidden. But I just want to add a little color and depth to it. All right. So now you can really see that wood grain kind of pop out. I'm hoping you can. I'm just trying to see my lighting's kind of poor in here. All right. But you can see it now. All right. So that was our first step. We're going to take our... that out of the way. Scrap piece of crumb cake that we have here. And we're going to grab our stamp. So from our humble home, we're going to grab this little house. All right, let me tear this off, because that way I don't have to hear myself peel it all the time. All right. So the stamp that we're using is this cute little one right here. And we're going to also be stamping that. So I might as well get that out right away. That's what your little 1-inch piece of paper is for. And I'd like to give you just a little extra, just in case you make a boo-boo, you have some extra. All right. So you can actually do quite a few on there. There we go. All right. So get that one. Oh, I need that open. Get that clean. I'll go ahead and stamp our little house here. And notice I'm kind of going a little further down towards the bottom here. You do need to do that so you can slide this in. So we're done with this. Before I punch it, we're going to actually do something a little different here. Now I have my watercolor pencils out. If you have a chalk marker or a white gel pen, that would be great to use as well. But you know what? Stampin' Up! Doesn't have a white gel pen anymore. So I'm going to grab my white watercolor pencil here, and I'm going to color this in. Now, because this is a matte here, I just need to get something solid to do my coloring on. I'm just looking for one of my paper pumpkin kits here. Alright, so I have an open, because it always has an extra cardboard in there. Oh, not in that one. Alright. Hold on. I wasn't prepared. Again. Okay. So this is just actually one little piece of cardboard from my kits. That's Stampin' Up! Cells. I like to use those because it gives me a nice firm surface underneath. Plus, you can actually use those to make some 3D projects. So again, I'm just coloring here. I'm not trying to really be perfect. I just want to add a little bit of white. It just makes it look more like a gingerbread house, I feel. And we'll do this right here. Oh. I'm just taking and do it on my table. Hold on. I just moved a little further off my table here so I could quickly color it in. Yeah, this mat is great for stamping, but it's not all that great for coloring with the pencils. All right. Okay, so that's all I did. And we can go ahead and grab our punch now. I'm going to punch this out. So I'm just going to center this. Pop it out. Now, you notice you get some extra little parts. So those are your windows and your doors. Okay. All right. So I don't need these pieces. We're just going to toss those. I do still need this, so don't throw that out. And now we'll color in our wreath. So I'm going to use Shaded Spruce and Real Red. You can use a marker. My preference is blends, so you'll see me use blends most of the time. But this one, you can easily use a marker. Just remember, if you use a marker, make sure you use your StazOn and not your Memento Black. All right, so I got my red for my bow here. And I'm not really blending, I'm just coloring. There we go. And I'm going to have to fussy cut that out. I know, you're probably all like, oh no, not fussy cutting. It's all right. It's not bad. It's a small little piece, right? So I'm going to go pretty close. I'm going to leave a little bit of the white. I'm just turning my paper, kind of wiggling it as I go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now you get music. Again, I really wish Facebook would let me play music while I'm doing these, because I think, you know, Christmas music would be perfect for this. Am I not right? Okay. So we're going to take that. We're going to have that on there. We're going to use a little mini dimensional here. Oh, well, that one's empty. Here we go, mini dimensional. I'll be using both my mini and my large dimensionals tonight. Now, I've gone to a retreat weekend in September. I had this little Ziploc bag that I held it all in. And it was in my little adhesive kit that I have, but yeah. When they get loose, it's sometimes just easier for me to carry around like that. So here, use the stuff that you have at home. You don't always have to have something brand new. All right, so I'm just going to put that right there. We'll take that off. We'll put our little wreath on there. How cute is that? Okay, now we can assemble our house here. So what I want to do is just put a little bit of adhesive right in the back. Okay, aren't you going to start rolling here? There we go. Come on. Oh my goodness. Why can't I get that started? There we go. Okay. All right, and I'm just going to put this right on there, just like that. Now I purposely have it long so that I can trim it down to where I want. I'm going to pull these pieces back in here, and you can use whichever side of the embossed piece that you want. I'm going to slide that down. All right. So that looks good. And so I'll just cut it off. Just cut a chunk of it off. All right. So I'm going to have it like that. Ooh, ah. Everyone say ooh, ah. Okay. Let's get this adhered together on our card front. Okay. And actually, on this extra little scrap, you do want to do some stamping, and then you'll trim it down because we're going to put a little sentiment on there, and we're going to stamp our Merry Christmas on there. So you'll want to have that. Merry Christmas. Where are you? Here we go. Merry Christmas. And I'm going to go ahead and do that in Shaded Spruce, sort of just to tie everything together. You know how I am about matchy-matchy stuff. That's why Stampin' Up! Is so awesome for me, because it's Granimals for adults. I don't have to think about it. I can just do, because I know my Shaded Spruce cardstock is going to go with my Shaded Spruce stamp, and ink, and paper, and markers, and blends. I know they're all going to work together. All right, so I'm just going to just trim this down. Let's do it by hand. I'm going to use my large scissors here. Toot. Toot. Oh, I didn't cut that very straight, did I? I need to clean those scissors. There is some adhesive stuck to it. I was doing a lot of work with adhesive, so you can see that's sticking. All right, we'll just throw that away. Okay. Let's get this all put together. This is my inside. I am going to just stamp on the inside from Our House to Yours. And again, I'm going to use my Shaded Spruce. Go ahead and clean this off. Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Okay, because I'm not actually playing music. I guess I can get away with that. Okay, and we'll just put it right up here, just like that. Nice and simple, easy peasy. Don't have to have a lot there. Okay, we'll just keep stacking those up there. All right, let's just go ahead and put that on the inside and get that done. Oh my goodness, come on, roller. Okay, come on. There we go. You could stamp a bunch of little, you know, what are these called? Wreaths across the bottom and color those in. Didn't think about it till just now, so I'm not going to do that. All right, we're going to take our textured paper here. I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. Now this would really look cool on white cardstock too, instead of the crumb cake. White on white always looks so, I don't know, so, what's the word I'm looking for? Fancy schmancy. But did you know you can do white and vanilla together and it looks phenomenal as well? All right, so this piece we're just going to put some adhesive on and just stick it right to the front. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just take my mono adhesive. Ooh, big glue booger there. All right. And I'm going to make sure that I'm getting around my circle. Is really what I really want to focus on. And then I'll go down. Now my other piece of paper is a little bit smaller. It's 5 by 3 3/4. And this piece is 5 1/4 by 4. So it's a little bit bigger. Oh, I want to make sure I put my house on there. In fact, let's go ahead and just add some adhesive to our house right away. I almost did that backwards. Now, I like to use the liquid glue because if I need to move my house a little, if I need to move it down a smidge, I can. It gives me a little bit of wiggle room there. All right, then I'll give it a press. All right, we're going to come in and we're going to get a glue dot. And I'm just going to take my glue dot and put it right on this little birdhouse here. So I'm actually going to kind of roll it in half. I'll roll it into a little log, and I'm going to put it right below, right there. Okay, how many of you have started your Christmas cards? And I'm going to do a little double knot here with my red and white baker's twine. Now, this is currently unavailable, but it is coming back. It'll come back before you need to send out your Christmas cards. I don't remember if it was October, like next week, like the 21st, or if it's November 7th or something. But it'll be back in time for you to add to your Christmas cards. So I'm just going to trim all this off here. There we go. Yeah, there's several things that are kind of on hold right now. So like the adorable little peppermint, the peppermint gems. Oh, they're so freaking cute. I'm so kind of bummed that they're not available right now because I love them. And I couldn't really have them in my class here if they weren't going to be available for you. All right, there we go. We'll take our little Merry Christmas here, and I can actually trim a little bit more of that off. All right, and you can choose to put it right at the bottom, on the side, on the top. I kind of like it right there. And I am going to pop it up on a dimensional though, or actually 2 little dimensionals. I'm going to put it right here. There we go. And our card is complete. What do you think of it? You like that one? It's not really putsy. I mean, it's not too bad to make. This I could see doing quite a few because you can do all your various layers all at one time. And because I don't have to fussy cut out the house every time, ooh, that's another big plus. That's why this punch is so awesome. All right. Yeah, I ordered 2 packs and I used a full pack for some swaps that I did. And now I just have the 1 pack. I'm like, oh, well, maybe when I demonstrate I can show that, but I can't really do anything else. Oh, is this from here? This calls, oh no, that's from the other. I had a stamp that I did not put away. So I got to make sure when I pull that stamp set out, I put it back in. All right, I'm going to get my little box and put all my stuff away here so I can be a little more organized when I go to clean up later. Oh, let's add our embellishments too to this card. Can't go without a little bling. All right. Look, I got everything in there? Yes, I do. All right, let's add some bling. So again, I said I was going to be using this. Let's go ahead and open it up. Now, some people have asked why I open the side. I open the side of my embellishments because I find it so much easier to slide out of the side than try to slide it back in the top. So that's why I'm doing that. Okay, let's go ahead. So these are the pecan pie and clear ribboned adhesive dots. It's 164204 if you're interested. All right. And, oh, I just don't know. I think I'm going to use the pecan ones. Excuse me. I still have a cough. It just isn't going away. It's gotten much better, but okay, we'll put one there. Now we'll take another small one, put one there, and we'll do another small one up here. All right. So there we go. We'll put this aside for right now because we'll come back to them in our next card. All right. Okay, next card. I'm going from the easiest to the hardest. Not that they're hard, but the ones that take a little more time. All right, so this is the next kit here, which is, I'll have these in the right order. Okay, this one. Okay. So we've done the crumb cake one. Now we're in this next kit here. So all the pieces that you will have are going to be a piece of copper clay, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have a piece of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. I have a piece of mossy metal, which is going to be 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. I wanted it just a little bit showing. And then I have my designer series paper, which I'll show you what this is in just a second. This is 4 by 5 1/4. So I just wanted a little bit of a layer there. So now the paper that I'm using isn't in the catalog. It is actually a carryover from last year. It's called Traditions of St. Nick. And it's more of an old-fashioned kind of paper. But I just love that it has this little cookie one. This is like my favorite piece in the whole package. So I'm just going to kind of flip these through so you can see. I love the little stockings, and it's just different colors. And so then you have some different patterns. Let you just side. There's the traditional St. Nick. Yeah. So this paper is still available. It is on my online store. You're not going to see it in the catalog, but it is available. And it's $12.50. So that's the Traditions of St. Nick. And again, if you're on my email list, you'll be getting an email of all the supplies that I'm using so that you know what you need if you want to reproduce these cards. Or you can just order whatever you want in my online store. You don't have to order the things I'm using. Maybe you just need to stock up on envelopes and adhesive. Go for it. I'm still going to send you the kit if you use a host code. Okay, so I'm back to my sweetest star. I still haven't found my punch. I know it's somewhere, but because I've been crafting in every single room, literally. Okay, the bathrooms, no. But yeah, everywhere else I have been crafting in, and I've just got my stuff spread out all over. So yeah, I did that because I was like, okay, I want to have these kind of projects here, so I know where that's at. Because I was trying to mass produce, but I digress. So I don't know where my punch is. I know it's here somewhere, but it punches out these adorable stars. So it does this for you. You don't have to fussy cut, but we're going to end up fussy cutting because I don't know where it is. All right. Now, in your kit, why don't I have my extra pieces? I put them in the kit, but I did not bother to put them in my little tray here. Okay, let me just cut this piece down here. So you're going to have a little piece of 3x3 paper in here. So you'll have a piece of 3x3 there. All right. Oh, I know why I did it, because that's what I did. Originally, I was going to stamp the star on here and color it in, but then I thought, oh, no, let's not do that. Let's do something a little different. All right, so these two layers will be like that. We're going to end up popping this up. I also have another strip of designer series paper from that same pattern package, and this is 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. So that's going to go right across the front here. All right, so that's pretty much how your basic card is going to go. Let's get stamping here. We're going to take our little star here, a little gingerbread one. This is like my most favorite one out of the whole stamp set. I don't know why. I just adore it. Just because I think I'm lazy. I mean, these are easy and quick to color, but yeah, I'll have to make a card where I color her in. I think we'll do some sort of cookie card with her. All right, so we're going to take our Versamark pad. And before I actually stamp, I'm going to grab out my embossing buddy and just kind of rub that along my cardstock. That takes the static out. If you don't have an embossing buddy, use a dryer sheet. All right, so we're just gonna stamp him right there. And I'm gonna bring in my white Wow embossing powder. So Stampin' Up! Is new embossing powder. And I have my handy dandy dollar store tray. All right. I do this so it's quick cleanup for myself. Now my fan is on, so I'm hoping it's not going to blow it all over. I do definitely cover this back up and close this off before I do anything else. Because number one, I don't want to melt that embossing powder there. And number two, I don't want it blowing all over the place. All right, so let's bring in our embossing gun here. It's a little bit of a knot. Okay. I'm going to turn it on for just a moment. Kind of blow it behind my head here so that it gets warmed up. Okay. So now, in the accessories kit for the embossing, there's these great little tweezers, which is awesome for holding a small piece of cardstock when you're embossing. I've also found it very helpful to pick things up with it too. So now you can see how nice and bright white that gets. It goes from that grainy kind of dust to a nice shiny, I don't know, shiny line. It's shiny. We all need a little shiny in our lives. A little bling, a little shine. Alright. There we go. Now, if you wanted to color or do whatever, you can. I like it just like it is. Because, you know what, if I'm going to make a gingerbread cookie, I'm just going with white frosting. I am not doing everything else. Ooh, well, I didn't emboss that well enough, but alright. We're going with it for time's sake for the video. And now I'm just cutting out. I'm cutting close to that embossed line as I can get without cutting into it. So I just need to just go slow. Pay attention. Maybe not talk. When I'm trying to get really close to my stamped image, I find if I'm talking or watching TV or something while I'm trying to do it, I mess it up. So talk amongst yourself for a moment. Now, on this card, on this little guy, those peppermint embellishments I was talking about earlier, oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute, let me tell you. You put 3 little buttons, those little peppermint ones, freaking adorable. Okay, there we go. That didn't take long. So I have that there. I'm going to come in with a, where's my ribbon? I actually have this cherry cobbler and gold ribbon. It is in our, okay, anyone else have problems opening ribbon? I always do. Always. I can't get this little piece of plastic off ever. I'm always afraid I'm going to cut my ribbon. There we go. Should have probably done this before the video and I didn't. Oh my goodness. Okay, tell me that other people have this issue with this too. Tell me it's not just me. Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay. I'm going to be taking a little bit behind here. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these things together. And then I'll tie my ribbon around. Come on. Why don't you want to roll? It's one bad thing, like I said, about this mat. Some things don't like to work nicely on it. My lint roller, my seal, coloring. But it is perfect for my mat, for stamping, so All right, so I'm going to take this piece. Put this one right here. Okay, just so it's to the edges. All right, we'll take our ribbon here. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. It's actually a really thin ribbon. Like, you would think it's really thick. It's actually very, very thin. I need my scissors. So I'm just going to take this. And tie a bow. I am going to move my bow off to my right, but right now I just need to tie it. This is another good thing. So when you have kind of a, where'd it go? Put back my clothes. A thinner ribbon that's a little hard to hold. Grab this, put it right in there. It'll hold your knot in place. So it's like having an extra hand. Which apparently I'm really in need of tonight. All right. Now, this bow got a little big. Got away from me here. Where is my end? Where'd it go? Where are you? Come out to play. All right. Okay, so there we go. There's my ribbon. I'm going to trim it down. All right, now I'm just going to slide this through. Now it's pretty loose. I didn't tie my ribbon really tight. I can always put a piece of our glue dot right behind it that will kind of hold it in place. All right. So now I have him right there. We'll be putting him up on dimensionals. We're going to go ahead and put this up on dimensionals as well. I could also just take a little bit of Scotch tape and put my ribbon there. That will solve it from being loose and moving around. Okay. I keep it real here, folks. Hello, Amy. How is Sarah doing? Like I'm listening like I'm gonna hear your answer. I have to look at your answer. All right. Okay. All right, we'll put him up on adhesives, little dimensionals here. I just love this paper. Okay. All right, very earthy for a Christmas card, right? But how cute is that? All right, let's get our little bling for on front here. I'm going to take the smallest clear ones here. As soon as I get my place back in. All right, and I'm just going to put those 1, 2. They're not going to be perfectly on those circles, but because they're a little bit bigger than the circle that's on the stamp. Ooh. Come on. Look at how cute he is. All right, just a simple card. And now for the inside, we're going to just stamp, may your days be merry and bright. We'll just do that. And we're going to go ahead and use our mossy metal. Actually, I'm going to use copper clay. I kind of like that. Goes with my whole gingerbread kind of cookie. Copper clay. Not Moody Mauve. I could use cherry cobbler too, but I'm going to use copper clay. All right. Sentiment, where are you? If you're wondering what I was doing there, I couldn't figure out where I put my stamp set. They were underneath my embellishments. Oh. Yeah. It's not always fun having to go to all those doctor's appointments. Okay, may your days be merry and bright. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. All right. I'm going to put this on the inside of the card, and this card will be finished. All right. Now, if you ever have problems with your seal, I found that holding it more like this actually kind of keeps it angled up better, so it'll roll better. So if you're struggling with your seal, try that little trick. I learned that from another demonstrator over the other weekend. I mean, I knew it before, I just always would forget about it. And she's like, you gotta try that, it's gonna work for you. So I'm gonna listen, give it a whirl. All right, let's just put these back. All right, and we're done with this one. All right, now we're gonna go to some stepped up cards here. Let's go to our reindeer. Okay, so we're back with our Reindeer Fun Bundle. It's a stamp set and dies. I'm going to be using Cherry Cobbler on here. And I'm also pulling out the Take a Bow 6x6, Take a Bow, it's B-O-W, Designer Series paper. Now, this is currently not in stock. It will be coming back. And I believe it's next week that it comes back. So, but there's a lot of colors in here. In your kit, you'll actually get a piece. And it will either be this pattern or this pattern, just depending on how many kits I send out. All right. So, in your handy dandy little kit, you're going to pull out the one that has the garden green. So you have all your little pieces in here. So I'm going to show you what that all looks like. I want to keep this one together, because I know I already have to send that one out, so I'm going to have it all prepped. All right, so in your kit here, just pulling out all my pieces, and bear with me, that are stuck in my little case here. All right. Okay, oh, I did it again. Somehow, on my chair here, you can like kind of lean back, and somehow I lock it, and I don't know what I do to lock it. You're feeling okay-ish. Oh, I wish you were feeling better. Okay, so we're going to just move some stuff out of the way. I have all this extra stuff on my table. I just need to move. I don't need that. All right, so let's get started here. You have a piece of garden green, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. All right, you have a piece of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside of your card. We have another piece of basic white that we're going to be die cutting. This is also 4 by 5 1/4. You'll have a piece of Designer Series paper here, and you'll either, like I said, you'll have one of those two patterns. I really like this pattern. I'm stealing it out of here. I like this pattern. I don't know, it speaks to me. Okay, then you're going to have 3 squares of Early Espresso, Basic Beige, and Pecan Pie. And then you have a basic beige label. All right, so that's going to be all in your kit. So we're going to do some die cutting here. The first thing that we're going to do is I'm pulling these off to the side here. We're going to be using, now you will need to have your own dies to do this piece. I will not be doing this piece for you. So we're going to be putting this label on. So kind of keep in mind where you want your label. So I'm going to center it right there. And so that looks like a good spot to me. I'm just going to take some of my Post-it note tape here And not that I think it's going to move. I just want to put it in place so, because that's where I measured it from. All right. So we'll be die cutting that piece. And it just moved on me. Okay. Die cutting that piece. So move that off to the side. Then we've got these other 3 pieces here. Now it's going to be very similar to what we did last week with this. So we're going to have our early espresso. We're going to have our pecan pie. And I just got to poke the cardstock that was left in there from last time out. Okay. So we've got our pecan pie. And then we'll have our basic beige. Okay. Basic beige. Okay. And that's all we're going to need with this one. Next week, we're going to be using some of the other dies that are in here. So we've got some bells and we've got some little lights. We're going to be using those. So we'll be making a card with just the dies. So let's put this back in here. Okay, let's go ahead and die cut that. So I'm going to just bring in my large die cut machine so I can do it all at one time here. So we've got our white, our pecan, white pecan, beige, and I'm going to have to cut down these a little bit just so they fit on my die cut machine. I gave you a little bit bigger pieces so that you had enough to die cut with. I didn't want to be stingy with the paper on you. Okay. And I'm just trying to fit everything on the plate here. Okay, here we go. All right. So you see it all come through. You're going to see the magic happen. As you can see, I just cut those down so they look a bit better. Now, if you want, you could use your adhesive sheets to help you with this. I'm okay. I'm used to always forgetting it, so. All right, now I just misplaced my take a pick tool though. Oh, there it is. I got a new little caddy for my desk here so that I can actually have everything in one place. I don't have a lot of junk in it. Maybe I shouldn't even have that much junk, but it's clear so I can actually see where things are now. All right, so this one I need to just do a little pokey here. All right, so I got my little pieces poked out. Now let's just take that and get that poked out. Toot. All right. I'm just going to do my little cleanup here ahead of time. 1, 2, 3. All right. We'll throw that out. Throw all these little pieces out. All right. So now we're going to layer these. We're going to pull this one off. I hope it ran through. Yeah, it did. Okay. All right. So on this one, you've got to kind of work it through. Probably should have ran it through twice, but I did not. All right, so you just want to carefully just get this piece pulled out. Oh, of course. Of course not. All right, let me just go do another piece real quick, because that's just going to take too much time to redo. So run it through twice. Okay, so 4. Good thing I have extra paper all the time. And by running it through twice, I mean just going back and forth a couple times. So then I'm just going to take my label, put my label on here just so I can get this positioned where I want. Right. That looks good. All right, so 1, 2, and for grins and giggle, I'm going to do it one more time. I have a really cut up plate, and I think that's why it didn't want to just play nice, that's all. All right, don't lose that piece. Oh yeah. It's already coming off much better. Okay. Now, you can take your little roller here and just get out those extra pieces. You take a picky tool, a pokey end. I know it's not really called a pokey end, but I'm calling it a pokey end. All right. We're going to take our little lint roller here and yeah, dollar store find. You find some really fun things at the dollar store. Okay. There. Much better. Okay. Now, where's all my other things? All right. So this is going to go on top of that. I got it on the wrong side there. There we go. All right. So that piece is just a hair smaller. Okay. So you can just adhere them together. So I'm going to just go ahead and put my adhesive. Not down yet because I got to tuck my little guy in there. Forgot. Let's put our little guy together first. All right. So I've got my silicone mat here. And we'll put our little reindeer together. Okay. So I'm going to start with my pecan here. And just put little dots of glue. And we'll just put that right here. Kind of line up those little ears. That's why the liquid glue is so helpful to have right there. All right, I'm going to do that liquid glue here. And then just line it up on here. Again, really just kind of lining up my ears. Excuse me. Yeah, I know. Adhesive sheets are always a good thing to have, but I don't always like, I don't know. I just don't pull them out. Lazy stamper here. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to switch this around. Oh. Here we go. So we're going to have our little guy like that. So let's go ahead. We'll adhere this together. I'm not going to put adhesive there right away, just because I want to make sure that I can slide that little guy in. So now I know he's going to go on this side, so I could actually go right here. All right. Pick this up. And layer that on. So I can just flip it over too to see. Oopsie. Oh. There we go. It's just like an 1/8 inch smaller. So it's just a smidge smaller. All right. So now Oh, I got something on my hand too. I'm going to take him and slide it underneath. Come on, slide underneath. There we go, just like that. I'll just put a little bit of adhesive behind him. Ooh, just like that. We'll slide him up to hide that glue. All right. Now, I can put this on my card front. Oh, I got stuff all over that. I had glue on my hand. I'm just taking my adhesive remover here. Get some of that sticky off. Oh. Yeah, I don't even know where my hand sanitizer is to clean my hands, so I'm probably going to get more on the project before we're done. Hopefully I get all this off. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So you can pop it up on dimensionals if you want, or just lay it flat. I just think it's a really cute card. We're going to, you know what? We have dimensionals here. We're going to use them, because when don't I use them, right? Alright, so... And I'm going to use quite a few. I really want to make sure this is well supported. We have one more card to make. It's going to be a good one. I really like how this one is. Okay, let's get our stamping done with this one. And we're going to do Christmas is Better Together, and then we'll stamp May all your days be full of cheer, Merry Christmas on the inside. So we're going to stamp all of that. So now, if I grab my stamp set and not my case, I need to have a couple blocks here. I'm going to use my large block here. And I'll use one of these. All right. All right. So for the inside, I am just going to lay this right down here. I'm actually going to pick it up kind of at an angle. I'm doing that on purpose because I have a tendency to not stamp straight if it's not on my block straight. So I really do want to make sure that I am looking at my images, not my block when I stamp. Okay, there we go. And I need to have, oh, Cherry Cobbler, where are you? Cherry Cobbler. So if I would have laid this on my stamp straight, I would have used my stamp to kind of line up my edges. And for me, that doesn't work. I don't know why I can't do it, but I just can't. So I find it much easier to do this. All right. And with the Cherry Cobbler, your stamps are going to stain a little bit. It happens. The photopolymer just absorbs that red in there, that red pigment. It's okay. It just means that your stamps are loved. Okay. And then we're going to stamp the Christmas is Better Together. I'll put that one on the smaller block. And we're going to stamp it right on here. It should fit on this one unless I have the wrong size label, which I'm hoping I don't. All right. There we go. Okay. I'm just waiting for a moment for that one to dry. And this one is, yeah, you know what, we're going to do this. My Cherry Cobbler tends to be really, really juicy and takes a while to dry. So all I'm going to do As you can see, I got a little bit all over there. I'm just drawing it with my heat tool here, just to make sure my ink gets dry. And I just turn it so I don't see, you know, to see if your ink is dry, just turn your cardstock just to make sure you don't see like any shine. Then you know that your ink is dry. I don't know why my cherry cobbler is like that, but I have found if I don't do that, I get red everywhere. Like a newspaper, red everywhere. All right. I almost put that upside down. Okay. There we go. All right. And we're just going to put that there. We're going to take a little bow. So where's my cherry cobbler ribbon? Here it is, right next to me. And I'll make a little bow here. So I'm doing a little bunny ears. Oops, oops, oops. It just pulled apart. Yeah, this is really thin ribbon. It's a little tricky to work with, but it's well worth it. Okay. Oh, why does that keep doing that? All right, we're going to tie the bow the normal way then, because apparently it doesn't want to work with me. I just want a small little bow. And I was going to put it on this side originally. Oh, I suppose I probably could. I can just use the embellishment to kind of hide it. All right. Christmas is better together. Okay, let's center that there. We'll use a glue dot. Now, I have a habit of using my scissors to pick up my glue dot. I find it just kind of works for me. So I'm going to put it right here on the edge. I'll put our little bow right there. No. We'll just put more like that there. I like that better. Okay. Now, we're going to grab our embellishments and do some creative hiding. All right, since I got that ink blotch, I know that I need to put something right there. So we'll go ahead. We're going to use a lot of them on this one. I wonder if this will hide it. Let's just see. No, it kind of does. All right, that worked. Shoo. So I'm going to put one on both sides there. And now we'll just take some other ones. 1, 2, 2. Okay. There we go. All right. Cute, cute, cute. Doesn't take much to entertain me. All right. Okay, got all these. Oh, let's get our pieces back in there so I don't lose them. Just give me a moment to clean up here and we'll get ready for the next card. Like I said, I always like to make sure I put things away because if I don't, I will lose them. I feel like I already don't have something in here. Guess we'll look for it later. Okay, there's that. throw that away. Get this out of the way. And next card. Alright. Now, when I was cutting these up this afternoon, I forgot to make one for myself. So, I'm going to actually have to cut some pieces here, but it's okay. We'll show you. We'll show you what you're going to get in your kit. Alright, so we have a piece of cherry cobbler. We're going to be using our Snowy Wonder bundle. So our cherry cobbler is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I've got a piece of gray granite here. This is from our Countryside Corners, so that will be die cut for you. You'll have a piece of basic white for the inside, which will be 4 by 5 1/4. And I don't know why, like I said, I didn't cut myself this card. Okay, 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. I do need a piece of white that, just a scrap piece of white here. I'm just going to use a scrap here. And what I'm going to do is, this piece will be done for you. Like, I'll run it through the die cut machine for you. But you'll need to have your dies to cut this up. And I'm just looking for my snow. So I've got my Snowflake Sky. And, oh my goodness, I'm rolling all over my designer paper. What happened there? Okay. And I just thought of this that I wanted to share. I'm trying to find my Snowflake. Where is it? Oh no. Oh, here it is. My Snowflake stamp set. We're going to be using that too. Okay. Now, you don't necessarily have to have one, but I just want to show you how pretty this is. You could actually just use the snowflakes in this stamp set to do this background piece, but I'm going to use this one. Let's run my white through the die cut machine real quick. And then I will share with you all the other pieces that you'll need. So, actually, we're going to do this. From this, we'll need this one. We'll need this one. We'll need this one. And I need my little mountains. Okay. All right. And the little house. Okay. And anything else that I think I'll need? No, I think that'll be it. Yep, that should be it. Okay. First things first, let's get this run through. And, yeah, that's such a junky piece of paper. Let me find a better piece of paper here. I know I have another piece. Okay. Oh, what did I do with my card base? Okay. Card base, that. Okay, that's good. All right, first things first, we're going to just take a piece of this, and this only has to be this big. So you'll have a piece that is 3 inches. Oopsie. Throwing that all over the place. 3 inches by 2.5. You'll have a scrap piece in there. I can pick this up. Okay. Handy dandy magnet. Where are you? Alright, there's that piece. And I'm going to need I need a tag here. Where's my other tag? My Countryside Corners. And we're going to be be using this right here. This one will be die cut for you. All right. So let's go ahead and run this through first. So whenever you're doing embossing and die cutting, actually, you want to do your die cutting first before you do your embossing. Otherwise, what happens is you can actually kind of like press out your embossing. So again, you want to do your die cutting first. Oh, no, I gotta hold it. All right. So I'm just going to do these pieces, and then we'll get stamping and all that good stuff. All right. Because I'll probably bring in my smaller die cut machine so you can see everything. There we go. Okay. All right. So this piece will come in your kit. This one you will need to have your die cut piece for. And you'll have a scrap piece of white. And this is going to be where you do all your stamping. So this piece actually won't be this large. It's going to be that piece. All right, so let's get our stamps out here. I just have too much here in my way. All right. That's over there. And we're going to stamp a little cherry cobbler house. We're going to stamp a tree. You know, I'm going to stamp two little trees, so I think we're going to take out the other tree. The other tree. Okay. All right. So I need a house. I need some mountains. And this piece will not be big enough. So you're going to get a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4 to do your stamping on. Here, I've got 2 pieces. I can do these. So yeah, you'll have a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, let's see. All right. So first thing first, let's get rid of our embossing powder from before. I don't need that out. All right. Oh, and I'm so uncomfortable at the moment. Sorry, I'm just moving around. All right. We'll stamp our house. Let's just see how much I can get on this piece. Stamp the little house. All right. Oop. Get that out of the way so I can get to my cleaner. All right, house is done. Then I want to stamp my mountains, and I'm going to use my gray granite for that. Okay, my mountains are there and there. So mountain number 1, it has a little mountain top there. And where's my other one? Do I only have one mountain? I guess I do. Okay. So we'll stamp this mountain multiple. No, there's another one. There it is. I'm like, where did it go? Okay. So I'm going to stamp one. Oh, that one didn't turn out very well, did it? I need 3 mountains is what I need. So I'm going to stamp them twice. Okay. And I need my little tree, which we'll do in garden green. So I'm going to do the larger tree and the smaller tree. And I'm just going to put them this way. I'm just doing that so it's easier when I go to die cut that my dies are not as close together. The other thing you can do is when you've done your die cutting and you had that extra piece right here, you can use that extra piece to do extra stamping on. So if you want some more trees, for example, this piece right here, use that to make more trees. You know, you can have as many trees as you want on there. Right. There we go. Up to you. All right, and the last thing I need to stamp is going to be my sentiment on that Countryside label. So I'm going to put the trees away here. What I like to do is I like to use my little case here. So that way I know that I'm putting all my pieces back. They're all in their little homes like they should be. I think next time we're going to use the snowman to make a card. All right. Because he's really cute too. All right, now what else did I say I needed? I needed the Let It Snow. And where did my piece go there? Okay. And I'm going to do that in Cherry Cobbler. There we go. All right. Now, oh, I need a little bit more stamping done. I don't need the Garden Green. So I'm going to put that one away. I do need, where to go? Where are you? A piece of my Cherry Cobbler so that I can stamp that and run that through the die cut machine. Where did that little stinking piece fall to? Oh, looks like it's in my little tote here that I had all the supplies in. So, move that piece. All right. So on this piece here, I want to do some snowflakes. And actually, you know, I don't, because it's gonna be that base. We're not gonna do snowflakes on that. Now, it's got the snowflake stamp set. Again, you can use these here from this same kit, so you don't have to have a whole nother one. I just really like this one. I've done a lot of cards with that. I think we're going to have to use this during a hump day lunch break, too, because it is just really cute. All right, I'm just going to set it on that. And I'm going to take Cherry Cobbler now. Not Cherry Cobbler. My Gray Granite. And I'm just going to ink this up. I have something on my ink pad. Hold on. I have a piece of glitter. There we go. Okay. All right, that's not going to work. I need something a little more solid. I just don't feel like going and digging my ginormous block out. So, you know what? Find something that is sturdy. I'm just going to ink that all up. And I'm going to put this right here. Just kind of decide where you like your snowflakes. And I'm going to take my piece of paper I had before. Where's my scrap paper? And I'm just going to go like this. Give it a nice rub. I'll close that one up. All right. Oh, well, that didn't turn out. I smeared it. Let's try it again. It turns out really cute. Maybe I shouldn't be so lazy. Maybe I should just go get my block. All right, let's try this again. I'm making sure I'm not moving my paper when I'm rubbing that on. That's what happened the first time I rubbed the paper. I mean, smeared the paper. See how pretty that is? Just love it. All right. So let's clean this up real quick. Another reason for a chamois. You can pick it up and move it wherever you need to. Okay, that's clean. Okay, now I got that done. Let's put this back on the other stamps. Where'd my other stamps go? Where did I put the stamps? Oh, they're right here. I just want to make sure I had that on there. Okay. Otherwise, stamps like lift up and get carried away. And no, I still haven't found the other stamp that I was missing from last week. So, okay, let's grab our embossing folder now. And grab all the pieces that we need to cut. We have this. We have that. Oh, I've already cut that. I'm going to emboss that. And then I've got all my little trees here to cut. Okay. Let's first do our embossing. So I need to grab my plate 1 and 4. Okay, plate 1 and 4, where are you? All right. I do need to use this large one right now. My plate 4. Where's the other plates go? I just have them. So when I'm doing this, all I need is my base plate and this one. And I'm going to put my, just kind of put your, oh, what is that? Just lay this where you kind of like, you know, the snowflakes. Like I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to have one right here. So when you see, when you look through, you can kind of see where your snowflakes are going to land. So I'm going to just straighten that up a little bit more. That should be good. Turn it so your hinge side is facing in and just run it through. Now, if you really wanted, you could actually put ink on your embossing folder and add ink to that. That's how that one looks. All right. And let's get all our other little pieces cut right away. So we've got our little snow globe base. We've got our mountains. And our mountain. And our house. Of course, that one's not going to fit there. Of course it's not, right? And trees. Oh no. Okay, where is it? I don't see it. And tree. All right, I'll have to run this through 2 times just to get the rest of the stuff cut out too. All right. Come on, get on there. Oh, you dog. The one thing kept jumping around. The one thing that doesn't even have like a stamped image. Okay. Oh, my tree just moved. Oh, nuts. Sorry, I'm trying to unstick everything. It got stuck to my board here. And everything jumped around. Oh, well. Guess today is not an ideal die cutting night for me. All right. It happens. It happens to the best of us, right? Or the worst of us, or just everyday us. All right, I'm just going to manually cut that one out just because it'd be faster. Oh, I don't know. Okay, do it here and here. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting out some additional mountains So just so I can play around with them. And if I really wanted, I could restamp my house, but we're just going to go with it. All right. My stamp pad fell, knocking my dies down. All righty. I really like this kind of like alpine-y card. So we're going to get going. It'll go together really fast once we have all that done. Okay. So let's grab our front here. Actually, we're just going to go with this. Now, I don't want this to actually be a tag like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to trim off my bottom here. So let's just bring the trimmer in. And I'm just going to line up that bottom. And decide what bottom you want to cut off. I think I'm going to cut this one off. Just cut it straight across. There we go. All right. Now, we're going to assemble our globe on here. All right. And let it snow. All right. So I'm just working kind of backwards on this. I'm going to put everything on, and then I'll start gluing it. So I want my house centered. And you know what? I feel like I need a little color in there. Oh, we're just going to leave it. All right, we'll put this one over here. I want my house on front. All right. Oh, now it's not centered. Alrighty. If you want to add color in your windows for like lights, you can definitely do that. Again, I'm just going to be tucking my stuff in. All right, we're going to put this tall one back here. And then we'll put this small one right here. All right. Okay. So that's really how that's going to end up. And then this is going to be on the front of our card, just like that. Okay, this one isn't going to be using any Designer Series paper. And the only last thing that I have to do for stamping is we're going to stamp the large, we'll just stamp all 3 snowflakes here. I like to just put them all on at one time and stamp them all at one time. So let's see. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So I just put them on like that. And we'll grab in my scrap paper again, because I'm going to end up stamping off. Where did I put it? There it is. All right. And we'll use our, you know what? We'll go back with our, I guess I'm not going to do any stamping. Oh, it's right there. Uh-oh. Why aren't you plugged in? Oh, sorry. My computer came unplugged. Okay. I'm back. All of my stamping is out of frame. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish I would have saw that earlier. I apologize. Okay, what's going on with my computer here? Doot. Doot. Okay. Go away. So the antivirus keeps popping up here. No. Stop. Yes. Okay. That part will be hidden. Not worried about it. Okay. Here we go. I'll have to remember to keep my hands up higher. I totally forgot. Okay, there we go. Here we are. All right, let's just get this all layered again. So, I know pretty much those are how those are going to go. So let's go ahead, because it's on an embossed layer, I'm going to go ahead and use my liquid glue. One there. One here. All right, one here. Oh, get over here. All right, they're going to stay raised a little bit. Okay, let's put this. We're going to put this on dimensionals. This kind of helps me know where to put my little house and tree here. Okay. So I'll put glue on the back of this one. Slide that under. All right. Put our house. Okay, we need our tree first because we want that. I know it's supposed to be a snow globe, but you know what? We're going to have our little tree just kind of be hanging out a little bit. And I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. And we're going to put it right to the edge there. There we go. Okay. Oh, I could actually raise it up a little bit more. Let's do that. I want it up more on the mountains there. We're going to be putting this right here. So just take some liquid glue. Just right on the bottom of it. Do let it snow. All right. Now, if I wanted to add the little bitty tree over here, I can tuck it right behind. I think it kind of keeps the eye flowing a little better if I do that. So we're just going to slide it right in. Just so a little bit of it is showing. There we go. Okay. We'll put some dimensionals in the back of this. Slide that on the front. So you can either have it at an angle or straight. Totally up to you. I'm going to take some baker's twine here. I'm going to add a little bow. This time I'm just doing a single thread. That might be a little too big. And we are really almost done. And you decide what side of the tag you would like your bow on. I'm going to put it right here just because my little thing wasn't quite centered. All right. So there we go. Let's add our embellishments and we will be done. And this week's card class will be over. So again, I will be sending out an email tomorrow with a list of all the supplies. So make sure that you're on my email list. And when you place an order in my online store for $40, you're going to get the 4 card kits. If you spend $50, you're going to get the embellishments as well. Okay, and you do need to use a host code, so I'll bring that back in while I'm just putting on my embellishments here. So here we go. Here's the host code. I'll move this off to the side here. And let's see. I think we'll use the white ones here. I kind of like putting them right in the center of some of the snowflakes. Maybe we'll put one right here in the center of the house there. I have another one over here. Oh, we'll go there. And I don't know, we'll put another one over here. Another one over here. And you know what? We're going to put one more somewhere else, right here. Okay. Well, that one I added a lot on. I just felt like going with it. Okay, so let's bring in the 4 cards for tonight. 1, 2, 3, and where's my 4th card? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How can I lose them? I have everything right here. 1, 2, 3. Where's my 4th card? Okay. Can't find my 4th card. It disappeared. Oh, here it is. Oh, no, that's not it. That is the 1st card. That's the 2nd card. I can't figure out what card it is. There it is. Found it. All right. So I'll move this out of the way. So here were our cards for this evening. Hope you enjoyed them. Hope you liked all of them. Tell me which is your favorite. Let's see. Can I get up? Get all the way on here. Let me lift my camera up a little bit more. All right. Oh, yeah. I can get all 4 on there. All right. Tell me which one is your favorite and that you want to give a try to or think you'd like to make. All right. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you liked your virtual class. I will be uploading this on YouTube, and you have until Monday night at midnight to place your order to get this card class for free. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. Love you all.